Welcome back to Sunkenland. So, there was a big announcement just the other day about the new update for Sunkenland. Now, it's not out yet, but they did drop a whole bunch of information. So, let's actually check that out. Alright, so here we have the Naval Combat Update. Now, it's a public test branch, so if you want to, you can opt into it. But, I mean, you know how, well, if you played them before, you know how test branches can be. All right, so let's see. We have improvements on optimizations. Uh, let's see, naval combat, new warships, underwater locations, and ship-mounted weapons. All right, so first up, this boat that we're looking at right here, this is a armed fishing boat. The armed fishing boat is a boat. It's basically the most basic boat and can be equipped with one weapon, just one. Okay, then you have the armed speedboat, slightly stronger than the armed fishing boat. It has more upgrade slots and can be equipped with one weapon. And then you have the heavily armored speedboat. Compared to the armored speedboat, the armed speedboat, it has more durable armor plating, additional upgrade slots, and can be equipped with two weapons. And that's the heavily armored right there. And, in comparison, it does look a little bit more fortified. Alright, so they got a little note right here. It says, since warships are relatively large, they may get stuck on terrain. That's like, you can see the shallow. To address this, a push icon has been added to the bow of the ship, allowing players to push the stuck vessel free, which is very, very helpful. Yep, so you just go to the front, in case you don't know, boats, the front is the bow, but you just go to the front and you can be able to go ahead and push the boat off. So there are ship-mounted weapons. So the heavy ship-mounted machine gun can be crafted by default. The autocannon, the dual machine gun, can be unlocked by finding blueprints in the rear crates of captured ships. So you got to actually capture a ship, and they are at some locations. Let's see, the quad machine gun, dual autocannon, quad autocannon, and cannon are hidden in high-level combat areas, and the CIWS, the close-in weapon systems, is hidden at the airport, and the airport is new. All of them have unique learning animations. So if you notice, this is the refinery, and that's the bridge. Dreadville is right there. So that's going to be the airport right there. Now the airport is a underwater, and you can get that at the airport, and that is apparently like one of well, it's a weapon basically. I think they have another picture of that somewhere. Okay, there's some more of the weapons right there. I think that's like an auto one, and that's definitely one that you fire yourself. Weapon merchants at trading posts also have a chance to sell the blueprints, which is really cool. You can just craft them at the workbench. They do store in, if you don't have it on the gun, it actually does not store in your inventory. It stores in like a boat storage, which is really cool, the virtual ship inventory. Can be crafted in the ammo workshop. Then, so these are recycled weapons basically, so they didn't have to get stuff out of the game, but these are all different kinds of turrets that you can set up, which are really cool. Let's see, you can make all the ammo at the black powder stations. I'm really not into the turrets yet, mainly because I haven't built any, because I know some of the turrets already exist, just I haven't really gotten into them. Explosive barrels. We can make explosive barrels. That's awesome right there. Launchable Molotov cocktail. That is interesting as well too. Explosive crossbow bolts. And they did get rid of the explosive crossbow bolts. I did read somewhere in all of this mess. That is the new repair station for your naval fleet once you get it. You have some of your different armored boats. It's a yacht. It shows your durability, your speed, fuel consumption rate. That's cool. And it shows you all the upgrade slots that you have. Alright, so here's the new location. Airport. It's an underwater ruins, level 4, so it should have quite decent loot. Rich in clay deposits, which can be used to fire bricks. Now, it's very dark underwater, so don't forget night vision, and maybe even a headlamp, right? But that's what it looks like. This is underwater. I believe that is above water, so it's basically like right next to that shit. You can actually see, yep, that's the refinery right back there underwater, so they're kind of in close proximity. Then you have this. It's the ship graveyard. Underwater ruins. It's level 5. Now, if you look right there in the picture, there is a cave. And apparently with night vision on, this is said cave. Now, this cave has, if you read right here, enter to the cave to find a massive rocky cavern with a copper vein at the bottom. Now, apparently these copper veins, you can mine them, but you need this right here. You need this drill, right? So once you get the drill, then you can mine the ores, especially underwater. And apparently veins are infinite. So if you go down there with a couple of air tanks and a whole bunch of those pills and maybe that fish stew, whatever it is that gives you the breathing and the swimming, hell yeah, you could be down there for a couple of minutes just collecting copper, which is really, really cool. New underwater content has been added, including 2 iron ore veins. Iron ore veins also require drill for mining. They added a new building right here. You can see it, to the warehouse, making it easier for players to obtain their first warship. So there's a chance for a boat to actually be in there, and or I believe you can get a blueprint or something like that in there. There actually shows a boat in there. Apparently there's a rare chance that you can find one with the gun. Here's one inside of Zion Atoll, and you can see that Zion has been changed, well, at least since the last time I was there. Some of the level 4 and higher combat zones now are going to feature coastal defense turrets, which you can destroy by eliminating their operators. Yeah, you can figure that, That's what they kind of going to look like. And if you notice, that's the one that looks like it was like on top of the boat, like up here, not the one on the actual bow of the boat. But that one is definitely like one that you fire. The one that was on the bow of that one boat up there, that's definitely a auto gun. Alright, so the new items. We have a power drill, uses batteries, and is used to mine ores or mineral veins. Warship blueprint item can only be attained by capturing a ship and opening its rear trunk. So I'm guessing capturing a ship just basically means going to an island or an enemy faction that actually has a ship and, well, taking it. Not taking it, but putting your flag on the island after you killed everybody. I guess that's what it basically means. Solar-powered welder. Yep, they got a new welder. I'm not sure if I passed that yet. That might be down farther. Warship blueprint item can only be attained by capturing. I wonder if they know that they put that there. Warship blueprint. It's the same thing. They literally put it in twice. Large battery. When connected to a circuit, it increases the power output of all generators in that circuit by 25%. This effect is stackable. Holy shit. So we can basically have an infinite power grid. Nice. Antenna. When powered, it displays enemy ship routes on the world map. So this right here is what I had questions about. So it states that it's an antenna. And when we power it up and turn it on, it displays enemy ship routes. So other than the normal enemies that are going to come to the island and, or my base and attack me, so they're going to show up on fucking ships now? God dang. Okay, well, that changes everything. And I kind of hope that they don't come that soon on ships, because what if you're a slower paced player? Yeah. Okay, so auto oxygen supply optimization. So there's a button now next to your air tank. So basically, if you're swimming around in shallow water and you don't want to actually use your oxygen tank, you can wear it and turn it off. And then you can turn it on so that way you can use it. So me, for example, when I'm looting like, the shallow areas where I can easily get to the surface and then hop back down, I don't need to, be using the air in my air tank. And it would be nice to be able to turn it off. Because, yes, it just would be nice to turn it off. Okay, so quick inflate oxygen bottles. You can see them right there. Are now for sale at the trader in stacks of 10. I'm pretty sure one bottle does not refill your entire air tank. I'm pretty sure of that. Brick molds have been replaced with clay. Remember the brick molds. Okay, there's the repair system. So you do have, when holding a repair hammer, welder, the damaged area gets outlined in red. So it basically makes it a hell of a lot easier for you to repair the shit, so you don't have to just walk up to every single piece of metal and go, do you need fixed? Do you need fixed? They reworked the lighting effects, making it brighter and easier to play at nighttime. Honestly, I never really had much of an issue, but if they're going to make it, even a little bit more brighter and or clearer, then shit, bring it on. All right, and then it basically shows down at the bottom how you can actually get into the test branch. All right, so my favorite parts, honestly, the boats. I like the boats. I'm intrigued by this antenna. I am definitely intrigued by the antenna, the turrets, as well as the guns on the boats. I kind of want to see what all these upgrades that you can put on all these different ships, because it shows like a whole bunch of the slots on the boat, like right there. And I'm pretty sure some of the other boats are going to have even more. Which is kind of funny. That looks like the trader right there, doesn't it? So I wonder if like this right here is like somebody built off of the trader. I wonder if that's what happened, and like that's what we're looking at, because that's clearly the trader ramp. It looks like somebody built a base back there. Huh. But yeah, that's pretty much like what I'm interested. Those things, those look really cool. The different ammos for the different guns, and obviously the new we got the airport. We got the airport, and then we got that stupid vein. Can't wait to go diving into this thing. The green is going to be horrible. It is what it is, though. I mean, hell, I might just turn up the gamma and, wish for the best. Nah, screw it. I'll try to get the night vision goggles before I do that. All right, well, this has been the update for Sunkenland. So until next episode, I will see you later.